All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me now. Y'all should be able to hear me. I wonder, I don't think y'all can hear this. Let's try that. Okay. Y'all should be able to hear the background music too. Let me know if y'all can hear that. That would be amazing. I'm just sharing some stuff. Let's reset this. Awesome. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I'm just sharing that we're live on the Instagrams, and then I will start. I plan to do a 2-hour speed paint today, so I think it'll be really fun. Be kind of a short stream, I think. We'll see. But I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, cool. Let's get it. So I'm going to be using some reference here that I have pulled up. Let me actually pull it back up. It got corrupted for some reason. But let's pull this up. I always highly recommend using reference for drawing. The human brain is based off what you see, so obviously. But yeah, we're gonna spend 2 hours doing this. And I think we're just gonna hop right in. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a shape here, kind of like my canvas and like a background color. I'm not gonna be using this whole canvas. It's gonna be kind of vertical, but I think we'll be good. We'll just use this blue. I will use this for the blue sky. It'll just be the base for it. Awesome. I think that will be fine right there. Let's paint in. So I'm actually going to make sure I get my kind of like where I think the line is, because this is almost going to be like a hill. Not really a mountain, but a hill, and it's kind of a steep hill. So I want to make sure, and the colors aren't too bright or anything like that, but they're relatively muted. Since it's a hill, I don't think I'll use, I'll just paint in the distance here. The top of the hill where I think it's gonna be. I think that's fine. I think that'll do. Let's make this a little more bright. The only thing I'm just getting where I think the top will be, I'm not gonna paint it in all right now because you're about to see, I'm gonna start my sky. I like to start with the sky first, usually, just because it's the main background and things are gonna go over it. So I'm just getting the top of the hill here so I know where I need the sky to be. Cool. So let's go ahead and start here, and we'll go a little lighter, and we'll just start painting in. I'm going to use the oil brush here just because it has those soft edges, so it's not too harsh, but I still like it not looking super. I like the texture that it provides. I think it'll do. I am using I'm using a pen. I'm using a pen tablet. So it wasn't working, but I realized it was because the battery was dead, crazy. So I had to make sure I fixed that before the stream. I charged the pen. Usually the pen lasts so long, I rarely have to charge it, but not this time. Not this time. Well, this will be a little bit darker, a little more subtle. It's very bright right now. you can see me misclicking on things all the time. It's like kind of whatever though. I think we'll make this the lightest. I think this is fine as the lightest color. But the sky, I think it's totally fine. It's doable. Maybe too dark. No, that's fine actually. That works. That works just fine. Pinning background here. Pin is definitely more easy. I'm not trying to be mean to myself. It's definitely better. I like it. And also, I don't know. I like the process of art. I don't do it just because I want it to be uncomfortable or like quote unquote impressive. Like it's fun to paint like this. Using a mouse is not fun. But if you like using a mouse, hey, that's on you, dog. No problem with that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint in some clouds. So we'll go ahead and get a little bit of what we think the base, the darkest part of the cloud will be. Let's see how that looks. I think we'll use this. This is fine. Hello to everyone who's joining. I don't know who's joined, but if you just joined, say hi in the chat. I definitely will try to ask questions, even though I'm like doing a speed paint here. I do want to try to answer people's questions. Oh my goodness, I just realized the timer doesn't show up. You know what? Unless, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause it real quick. I need to move some things. Let's do this. How does that look? I think that looks better. Because I realize when I'm clicking onto this, it doesn't show. But there we go. Let's do that. Cool. I want to make sure y'all are seeing the time. Y'all can see where I am on the timestamp. Cool. Awesome. We are just getting the base of the cloud here. Good. I'm glad it looks better. I meant to be having the timer going this whole time, and it wasn't even there. Time to restart. No, I'm not gonna restart. You can just look at the timestamp of the stream. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hello, Pollux. Thank you for joining. And Zulik? I don't know if that's how you say your name, but welcome. I'm glad you took some time to come stop by and say hi. So the reference image I'm using was something I found off Pinterest. You know, big Pinterest guy here. Pinterest has such good reference photos, man. And I think it'll be good for what we're trying to do here. For what we're trying to accomplish. I'm just working on this base, nothing too crazy. I think it's gonna be a little darker down here. Cool. I think this is a fine base for the clouds. I just want to make sure I'm getting all my bases in. I don't want to get ahead of myself too much. So Pinterest is very good. It's very nice. You'd be a little more green. It's a little. I'm gonna use this crayon brush to fill it in. Not quite what I'm looking for though. Do I have a TikTok? Leslie, I do not have a TikTok. I have an Instagram though. So, I mean, really, what's the difference? That's all I'm saying. I do reels. I actually posted a reel this morning. So, go check it out if you have time. You can see I'm still trying to experiment with what green I like. Because I'm having a tough time finding the green I want to use. I think this one's fine though. I think this one does the trick. We're just gonna go ahead and fill this in. Cool. I think this green will probably do fine for the base. I mean, we're gonna be going over it a lot, so it's really not a big deal if it doesn't look perfect right now. It's really not a big deal. Cool. Unless you want to make it a big deal. I mean, that's up to you, man. No, it's on me. I'm gonna go back to the natural pencil. It's actually a brush I started using recently. I mean, it's probably like the best brush by far in MS Paint to use. But what made you focus on painting landscapes? I like landscapes. I think they're really cool, and this just kind of take you into another world. I really like them for that. Gamerman said, I saw you went to a Rocket League tournament. I did, dude, and it was so fun. A little disappointing grand finals, but it was still really cool. In case y'all are wondering, I'm not a pro. I did not play in it. I went to go watch it. It was the World Championship. They haven't had it in it was like almost 3 years. They haven't had a World Championship because of COVID. So it was really cool, and it was a lot of fun. Would recommend going. So you'll see it's going to be a little like the colors are going to be a little bit more dull the farther it is, and they're going to be a little bit more bright and vibrant the closer we get. Just call out here. I think this will be I think this is a fine base we can work with here. But it is a hill, so. My thumb doesn't help me. Yeah, if y'all didn't see, man, people were baking up on my thumb and in a reel I was doing. I was like, dog. No, I'm kidding. I don't mind. I thought they were funny, to be honest. I was laughing a lot. So, yeah, I have something called club thumbs. Basically, they look like your big toe almost. They don't look like a thumb. So it's funny when I draw like people or I draw hands. My hands always like people are like, man, the hands you're drawing a little stubby. You might want to make those longer. I'm like, but that's my reference. My reference are stubby thumbs. Like, come on, dog. All right. How did you decide what color to put? Did you figure it out on your own or learn color theory from an art school or something? A lot of studying. I haven't gone to art school before. I never really thought it was a need for me. I didn't think it was necessary. But a lot of studying and a lot of watching tutorials on YouTube, using what I have. But yeah, studying photos, other artists, and how they use colors. That's where I've learned most of my color theory from. Is Paint worth using for creating manga or comics? I want to use it, but I don't think it's a good program. Yeah, dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. The line art aspect of MS Paint is not that great. I mean, people have done stuff like that, but I mean, honestly, if you're trying to do comics and stuff, I wouldn't recommend using it for that. I think it's better for like, really for what the name implies, like painting. I think it has like a really nice, visceral and real feeling to it. So, but I don't think I would recommend it for like, if you're doing manga. Alright, well, we're just painting. I probably shouldn't get too focused up here on this background. I sometimes get too, like, ooh, I need to just keep working on this, but I can't get distracted from my main focal point. There's going to be some trees along this hill. It's not just going to be a hill. A lot of trees will be taking up most of the space, I imagine. So, I want to make sure I don't get too carried away. I think that's important. I think that's a very common thing for artists. You just start getting carried away, you're trying to get into the details, but really you shouldn't be worried about the details. You should be worried about the bigger picture. So I'm going to try to stop getting distracted here. Y'all probably just heard me bump my mic, but whatever. I did meet Trinity's brother. I got a picture with him. I did end up doing that. And I sent it to him. So that was fun. That was cool. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint in these clouds a bit more. I think that's not a bad idea, to be honest. So let's do that. Man, honestly, the common pixel size I use varies a lot. Like you can see right now, I guess it's like 1869 by 833 is what I'm using, but this is just because it takes up the whole canvas. Honestly, there's a lot of different sizes though you can do. And I would always recommend going bigger if you're thinking of the size. It depends on the composition and depends on your piece. Let me grab this. This is good for adding that fluffiness to clouds, I think. I like the oil brush. It does have this like little bit of fluffy look to it. I think it's nice for clouds. And then going back over it with the natural pencil, I think is probably like a better idea here. Y'all can see I'm still experimenting. Even when I'm doing things like this, I'm always trying to experiment with different ways to paint things, see what's faster. I don't always have like one go-to way of painting. Depends on what I'm trying to do. Like obviously if you're professional and you're doing concept art, you want to have like a go-to because you need to be fast, but I don't have that issue, or I don't have that like need. So I always try to find different ways to experiment and see what I can do. So you'll probably notice that a lot. Like I'll try one thing and then do another. Like you saw me start with that natural pencil, but I moved to this other brush to kind of try a different approach. And I think it's fine. let's go back to here to get these edges. Okay, that's fine. Let's actually make these clouds a little more up here. Nice. I saw the beach you drew, and you're really good with drawing them. Thank you. Do you have any tips? Honestly, lots of layering, and like, I kind of explain to people like, how do you make that look like it's blended? And really, it's kind of like pixel art. You have to like slightly change the color and do a little bit at a time. I use the oil brush a lot. This brush I'm using right here. It has like this, and it's kind of nice for creating watery textures. This is a very versatile brush. Like, I'm doing clouds with it. You can do water with it. I did think about doing an art book of my, like, but man, I really don't like a lot of my pieces, so maybe that's like a good thing. Like, it's like, oh, I saw a lot of growth, but like, I don't know. I didn't like a lot of the pieces I did. So I'm kind of hesitant on always doing like a print when I do not even like a lot of the pieces that would be in the book. That's just me though. I'm sure a lot of people like the pieces I personally don't like. Like my mom, she likes a lot of the pictures that I just despise, and I'm just like, dog, I don't think it looks good. So like, I'm like, why would I do that to myself? I'd cringe knowing something I didn't like was out there. It's the way it is. I'm gonna get rid of this over here. I can always clean up the edges later, but maybe a little darker here. Okay. I think this should be more of a hard edge. It doesn't need to be so. It's the top of a hill. This is fine. Okay, cool. Now, like I mentioned, a lot of trees are going to be here. So, I think how I want to do that is I want to start with like a darker shade here. I think that's fine. We can start with this and we can always go back over. Figure out how I want to do this. Yeah, I think that's fine for these distant. Kind of, this brush can sometimes create this like natural, like little shapes in the distance. It kind of almost creates these like natural tree. I don't have like a brush that you would use, like a triangular brush, so I kind of have to do it manually, but that's kind of like the fun of it, you know? But honestly, these are going to be really tall trees, so I want to make sure I evoke that. Make sure to do a little more filling in because I'm gonna go back over this with like the lighter color where the light is hitting the trees. So that's gonna be the real definer here. Let's make this a little darker. I have drawn with crayons before, plenty of times, especially when I was younger, obviously. I'll use a little bit more of a blue because it's better for like this farther away items. Oh, you mean the crayon brush like this? Oh yeah, I use it a lot. I was just using it this painting. I sometimes use it for like adding textures most of the time, because it does have a cool texture to it, cool little vibe to it. Let's do this. Create these closer trees here. Maybe more. It's gonna be darker than that. I think I might need to get darker, to be honest, for the base. Honestly, I was thinking of something. I was thinking about how I wanna, but I think this is fine for now. We're just getting the shapes down for the trees. Cool. Awesome. I think this is fine. Okay. Now there are some really close trees here. And I think I'm gonna do this for them. I'm gonna use this brush. Maybe not that thick. We'll do right here. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating like the basis for my tree. These won't look like little lines by the time, but it helps me keep the tree like remotely straight and not too whack. I got a fly hanging around my room. Cool, we'll do that. Okay, that's fine. Let's take off a little bit at the bottom here. Whoa, I'm using the wrong brush. Cool. All right. We are going to do this. We're already 30 minutes in. Time sure does fly. Cool. And I want to make sure I get some shadow from the trees that's going to be cast. But I'm wondering, actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do we'll do the tree first. I think this is a fine brush to start it off with. Yeah, no, this is fine. So all I'm doing is I'm starting with this dark, but I'm gonna go back over it to add in that harsh contrast. But we'll see. We'll see. Actually, I don't want it this big. Really, don't. I'm gonna paint back over this a bit. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Make it a little, yeah, like that. We must. Yeah, Moist, they lost to Fury, which was a Sam team. It was a huge upset. The arena was so loud. It was a really awesome game, though. Sad to see my boys lose, but like it was really cool seeing a South American team do so well and beat them to make top 4. That was really cool. It was really impressive, and it was definitely a really awesome match to watch. I recommend going and watching it. It was sick. brush here. I think this is nice for this textures. Okay. Let's do this. That's fine. Let's use this brush. Looks like this tree needs to be a little thicker around here. Let's go back here. Add a little more width to it. Hello, Lorden. Thanks for joining the stream. Let's go darker here, almost this, and we'll even go like a little over here to the blues. I used to do a little animation when I was younger, and I watch a lot of animation and like study it, but I personally don't do it just because I don't have the patience for it. So, yeah, there's that, you know. Thank you, Lorden. I'm glad you like my paint drawings. We're just gonna get a tree going here. Get a little more yellows in there. Because it is a little bit more yellow. It's not so green. I feel like this landscape is very kind of greenish. I need to take away a little bit. I need to add a little more yellows in there. Things of that sort, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll go back through. I think we've created for us a decent base though. Oh, the clicking you're hearing is my pen. It's a little loud. Yes. No, I'm not using a mouse. I need to have like a Q&A on in my description for questions. I feel like I should do that. So there's a lot of common questions that I get, but like, you know, maybe that would be smart. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, dude, Gartic Phone. I love watching some like professional animators play Gartic Phone. That is so much fun. Have I considered going live on Twitch? Yes. I thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. But right now, I don't mind being on here on YouTube, posting content here, trying to grow it a bit. So I don't. I think I'll just stick around here for a second, but we'll see. Maybe in the future. I am considering it. How did you start drawing in paint? That funny story. I actually started because my Apple pencil tip broke. So I was like, this guy I follow, Gay Soul, does some MS Paint art, and I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. Let me see. I'll challenge myself because I was doing a daily challenge, so I had to do a drawing, and my tip broke. So I was like, well, I got to do something. So I gave paint a try, and I kind of like liked it. I was like, this is kind of fun to paint. It feels very painterly. I posted, and my post like blew up on Twitter, and people were asking for it again. So I was like, I'll try it again. And then I did it again. I was like, this is actually really fun. And then it's just kind of stuck now. I really do enjoy using it. But yeah, that's how it came about. People wanted me to do it again after I did it once, because they're like, oh, this is sick. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it another go. And I was like, this is actually fun. I like this more than using Procreate on my iPad, which is kind of funny. I think I just like how painterly it feels. So I just was like, you know what? I'll stick around on it, see how it goes. And yeah, now we're here. We're using it. And it's pretty sick. Low key, I think YouTube has a better experience. Like, there isn't like a bunch of ads that just pull up a lot. I mean, I think you can obviously put ads, but they're not usually as bad as Twitch. And also, like, I feel like the quality is way better on YouTube. Like, I feel like it's always way better on YouTube compared to Twitch. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's not that great. I mean, y'all can tell me what y'all think of the quality, but I don't know. I think it's just better here, so. Thank you, Iker Pineapple. Thank you, that's so kind of you to say. Windstream, have I thought about making MS Paint tutorials? I have. I'm still trying to determine like what I want to do for that, because I mean there's a lot of things, more than you think, and like I think I will. It is coming. Don't worry. I am thinking about it and I'm working on it, but I was also just trying to narrow down like what I should explain, because sometimes I do different things with different paintings and like I experiment differently. So we'll see. But yeah, I've definitely thought about it, and it's definitely in my mind. Okay. since I'm considered a hobbyist digital artist, what other things do you like to do in your free time? I like to play games. I like to do sports. Like I play volleyball. I play spike ball, if you know what that is. Table tennis, I like a lot. Ping pong. I play those a lot. Also, hang out with my girlfriend. I enjoy that a lot. Play video games like Rocket League. Those are some things I like to do in my free time. But I'm a digital marketer by trade, not marker. Yeah. Sometimes I use 1 to 2, but like this one, I'm just using one reference. I'm keeping it simple. I'm kind of just like going off of this one reference, and just kind of I feel like I'm keeping pretty true to it, but I'm also changing up some things about it. But overall, it's pretty true to the photo reference. And I'm just studying. I like the trees in it. Like you can see me on painting here, or the main piece here, but we're still working on it. It's still got a lot of work. It's been 45 minutes, and I feel like I've not done too much here, but we're getting there. All right. Try to determine what I want to do here. We're having fun. We're having fun. Been a little quiet, but let's get this darker here. We're doing things here. We're painting. It is happening. I feel like it's weird, the placement of this. Like, I feel like I'm looking at the stream now, and I feel like the alignment of this is weird. Maybe I should move this over. Oh, actually, let's do this. Let's move this over. And let's scroll this way. There we go. I feel like that looks a little better. Yeah, maybe that looks a little better. I'm not sure. Whatever. I think at least it doesn't look so weird. Maybe. Alright. Isabella with the praise hands. Ooh, let's go down a little bit. Need to brighten up these trees a bit. Honestly, it's almost like too bright. So let's get back through. Let me not get too wrapped up in details. Let's just bring it out. Zooming out to kind of see my how the whole composition's working and if all the colors work well together. If you see me zoom out, that's usually what I'm doing. I'm looking at a reference, so it's not usually that bad, but sometimes I still have to make sure it's all working together. I'm getting a call from Scam Likely. Well, I'm glad someone out there is checking in on me. That's always a nice thought. Someone cares. Okay. Here of this tree. What originally got me into digital art? I mean, I think what originally got me into it is when I was like, how old was I? Like 14 or 13? I saw a Draw with Jazza video on character design. And I like copied that video, like I copied the design and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so sick. There was nothing original about it. I literally just copied the design I saw and drew it on a piece of paper. And I was just like, I gotta do this. I gotta do it. So I kept doing it. And then I got a tablet eventually because, I mean, I did not work on traditional medium that long. Like maybe a month. And then I was like, I want to get a tablet. And so like, I bought a tablet on Amazon. I asked my parents like, hey, can I pay you back and you buy this tablet on Amazon for me? They're like, okay, whatever. So I did, and yeah. The tablet lasted me like 5 years. And then I had some of my friends actually bought me a new one for a birthday gift, and that's the one I'm using right now. So there you go. I kind of got into it from Draw with Jazza, I would say. I guess he was my original inspiration. Because I felt like it kind of went hand in hand. Like, I was doing animation before I was drawing digitally. I was making stick figure animations. And then I got into drawing. So I was already kind of familiar with like digital like softwares and stuff. But I was using my mouse for animation. I guess so, man. rose to the occasion. To the calling. Dude, if you check out my, I did kind of do, not a portrait, but like I did like a little doodle of a face. I posted on my Twitter. You can check that out. That's the closest I've done to like a portrait on MS Paint. It's actually not that bad for drawing portraits. There's other artists I know who do like portrait styles in MS Paint. I'm getting too wrapped up here. I'm getting too wrapped up on these trees. I need to focus on the background here too. Cool. I think I'm actually gonna need to do this. Trying to get the dark background here. This dark underlayer here. That's fine. Let us do this. Let's grab this, and then let's bring it down here, and let us paint in some of this background. You know what? Yeah. Let's use this one. I like this brush for this. Let's move this a little brighter over here. And that's not quite what I'm looking for. I've been drawing. I've been doing art for 8 years? 8 years. Not that long, honestly. In the like long scheme of like being an artist, 8 years isn't that much. I mean, the best, I've been doing it for like decades, man. One day, it's just time, man. I just gotta put in more time. That's my goal. I'm gonna create a little, do this, create like some tree stems. That I'll go back over. Okay, let me zoom in here because I'm going to try to hit some of these shadows here. Dude, the seas. I'm glad I've inspired you, man. Let me see that work. I'll definitely check it out on my Twitter. Definitely love to see it. That's sick. Everyone is so kind. Just the support. I mention it like almost every stream. The support is really, I really do appreciate it. I read almost like, I think I read like every single comment I get. So your words inspire me to keep going, man. Oh, y'all. Wow. So deep. So deep. Listen, kids, not that deep. But I think it is. It's some shadows from the trees here. Thank you, gamer man. I appreciate it. That's very kind. There's so many better artists out there, man. I'm just trying to get better. That's all I'm trying to do. Trying to get good at this thing we call art. Just trying to get good. Have a long way to go. But don't most of us. Don't most of us. Maybe not you though. I don't know you. So you might already be the master. You know the funny thing? I don't do hyperrealism. I've tried realism before and stuff. Not that I like it. It's definitely difficult. I like the stylistic way of doing paintings. I don't like necessarily just copying photos. Like, I don't know. No one asked that. No one even, asked for that opinion. But that's just me talking out loud. Like, so I don't do a lot of hyperrealism. I think it's valuable because if you understand it, then you can use it into your own style, and you should definitely study it, and you should try your hand at it. But what was the original reasoning of doing daily challenge? Boredom, wanting a challenge, desiring, suffering? That's funny. No, I originally did it because I was doing that thing where I wasn't really doing art a lot, and I'm like, if I don't force myself to do a daily challenge, I know I'm just gonna like not get better. So I did it. I was like, I just randomly decided in the middle of the year, it wasn't even the beginning of the year. I was just like, I'm gonna do it. Force myself to do it every day, because I've done it before, but like I got really lazy and I was just like doing doodles. But this time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate to doing like a painting every day. I don't regret it, obviously. I've gotten a huge following from it and I'm super appreciative of it. But I think I've also grown a lot. Like I look at my first drawings I was doing at the beginning of the year and I was like, oh my gosh, those look so bad. But I think that's a good thing to look back and cringe at your art, because it means you are having an improvement and you can see what's wrong, So, I don't know, just my 2 thoughts. It's already been an hour, guys. Wow. It's already been an hour. So, it sounds like looks like I need to hurry up. Obviously it's not gonna be done. It's a speed paint, so we're just like trying to be quick, relatively. Yeah, I respect hyperrealism a lot, and it is definitely not easy, but I mean, honestly, hyperrealism, like, unless you're doing fantasies, like if you're copying a photo exactly like, I'm like, that's what photography's for. I just, my opinion. I think it's good to study it, and you should study it, and you should try to like learn from it and things, but I do hyperrealism only to further like be better at my own style and developing my own style. That's like the goal. You know, it's almost like the greatest artists, they do hyperrealism. I mean, back in the day, but like, man, they like had their own style. It was kind of like, it didn't look like a photo. It looks like a painting, and it has like, I don't know, this character, it has drive. You can tell, like, just ancient, not ancient, but like the classical art. So just some food for thought on it. Nothing wrong with it. And if you enjoy it, like, do it, go for it. You know, if you like enjoy doing realism. I know a lot of artists who do. They're really good, and I'm impressed. So this is not a dig on anyone who does hyperrealism. Just not my thing, but like, if you like it, then go for it, you know? Just my 2 cents. Okay, something's happening here. I think something's happening. Not sure. I see people are commenting. I'm not looking right now just because, like, I'm trying to make. I didn't realize how much. But I'll read this right quick. The person. On the topic of bringing up your preferences for stylization of art, what choices do you make to push a more stylization look in your art? I think it's more blocking in like the colors, bringing out the colors a lot more. Sometimes if they're a little more saturated in a photo, I'll try to make them a little more brighter. Sometimes it's adjusting the shapes, so almost like doing a caricature, adjusting the shapes a bit, bringing out things like the focal point. I'm not doing that so much this photo necessarily. I'm not photo, but painting necessarily, but it's things that you can do to have more stylization. Do I sell paint a pond, lake, river, or maybe a river? I just want to learn water. I actually have some, like, I have like a river drawing. I have a couple actually on my Instagram and Twitter. So the seas, definitely check it out. If you're looking for like some work I've done that are more river-ish. I got a voicemail. It's probably Scam Likely. Scam Likely. They're just checking in on me. They want to know what I'm up to. Hey man, what's up? Just wanted to make sure you're doing good, you know? I'm glad they're thinking of me, you know? The pieces kind of coming together here. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Something's happening. Add a little bit more bluish to the farther background here. I'm gonna have to repaint those trees I had that were on the hill, but that's okay. I have to do that a lot, repaint, because I want to adjust things in the background. of light come through here. I'm gonna add also to here these tree trunks getting some light. All right. My mother's maiden name. Yep, that's what they want, man. I'm gonna paint back in these little trees back here that I originally had. I'm gonna use this darker though to go back over. You can see like they're not very detailed. They're just very minute. And that's kind of just what you want. Like I'm not too worried about the details. I'm just trying to imply it's there. Let's maybe a little bit over here on the ridge, and then we'll add the shadow that was behind it. Oh, maybe not so dark. Okay. Okay. All right. I know I've been quiet. I've been trying to focus a little bit to try to get some things done here. Download the feel free to throw in questions. I'm answering them. I might have missed a few, so if I didn't answer, feel free to repeat it. I don't mind. I can try to get back to answering it. Thank you, S-Tree, for the kind words. Lorden, what graphics tablet do you have? I use a Helion. I just use a Helion tablet. It's the WH1409. Like, that's like what it's called, whatever it is. I've had it for so long. I lost the box and I forgot what the name of it was. But it says on the back, it says Helion graphic tablet model WH1409. That's like the model I use. So, in case you're wondering. In case you were wondering what I'm using. Alright, see you the C's. Thanks for coming by the stream. Really appreciate ya. Whoops. Realized I had like this streak up there. Glad y'all are enjoying the stream. Okay, I'm gonna try to touch up these clouds a bit back here. I don't know where I have most of my viewers from, to be honest. I haven't checked in a second. That might not be a bad idea. Maybe I should adjust my live streams according to that. I honestly live stream when I can. Like, this is like the only open time I have. I actually have something tonight I have to go to once this is done. So like, I barely even have time to do this. I'm just doing it when I can, so. Yeah, I have. I have a couple of Studio Ghibli-esque like paintings I've done before in the past. Check this out. I've done them a couple times. I love Studio Ghibli paintings. They're really awesome to study, and they're just so cool. Oh, don't worry, I'll get to the trees in the back. Honestly though, they're like not the main focal point. So like I usually don't give background too much detail, but it's almost purposeful because they're not like the main piece to look at. Really what's bringing most of the attention are these not the clouds, but the trees pointing up to these clouds a little bit. So I don't want this background to be too distracting, but yeah, I'll get to it a little bit. Sometimes it's purposeful not to have too much detail in the back. It can be beneficial. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna have time to finish this or the background. I don't think. I'll try, but I'm gonna. Thank you, Gamer Man, for joining the stream. Really appreciate that, dude. I'll catch you next time, man. Thanks for the kind words. Let me make sure this pops a little more here in the front from the background. I don't want the overwhelmingness of this background to over encompass. Make sure I bring it out a little bit more. I think that'll be good. Okay. Yo, Trendy. What's up, dude? Worlds was great, man. I got to meet Jack. I think you saw I sent that photo to you, man. It's great. It was awesome being there. Dude, the SSG drama really do be something, man. That's crazy. Man, I don't know why they benched Reddles, man. All the people, man. He did really, he was like one of the best. I think he was probably like the best on their team at the Worlds. It's also kind of sad the fact that he found out from someone else and not his own team. That sucks. If he was a little more professional, like they told him like to his face originally, instead of talking to a bunch of people, it would have like it'd been like, okay, I don't know why you're making this decision, but business is business. But you know, it's not good. But maybe we don't know the full story yet, so like there could be other things at play here that we don't know. So there could be I mean, there might be some really good reasons why they may be kicking him. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, man, he really was he was the face. I mean, I watched his streams too. Like, it was not his streams, but like his YouTube videos and stuff. So pretty heartbreaking. I was also back in the boy, like SSG. I was really back in. Like, it was so loud in there. My brother really likes SSG, so it's kind of is pretty sad. We have to get the news. That's funny. I just saw Jack Snapchatted you about it. I didn't know, like, because like I actually saw him right as he's walking in. That was the only time I saw your brother. Was right as he walked in, and I was like, Jack. I was like, yo, dude, I'm that. And like I briefly introduced myself, and then I took a picture. I assumed he was like on his way somewhere, and he was also with some girl. I don't know if that's like his home girl or whatever. And I didn't want to be like, I don't know. I felt like he looked busy, so I was like, I'm just gonna just say hi right quick and get a picture. But yeah, bro, picking up Rattles for his dad is like actually huge advantage, man. It's really sad though, man. I am like bruh about that whole situation. I actually need to go relatively soon, but like I want to I want to spend 2 hours on this, and like I still need to work on it, so I'm just gonna keep going at it till the clock strikes 2 hours. Keep going, keep chugging along. Oh, okay. I didn't even look at the person he was with. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't see him at all, besides like obviously on stage, but I didn't see him at all like meet him until he actually walked through the door right there. Dude, the line to get his autograph and like picture was so long though. Like I did actually, that's a lie. I did see him later. It was the same place I actually saw him walk in. I was like, yo, dude, and there was a huge line. I don't know if that was my doing. He got trapped there or something. Like a bunch of people started acting him for like photographs and autographs or something. But yeah, fate was a line, man. It was bound to happen. Just sometimes works out that way. It was cool meeting all the people there. The first time I went, like when I went to the LA major, the winter major, I was like, I got like everyone's autograph and stuff. This time, like the only picture I got a photo with was just Jack, just to send it to you too. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get a picture with him. Dude, I really had G2 winning. I really did. I really thought they would win. I mean, it was like the stars aligned. It was like they've been waiting so long. JNaps, is getting close to retirement. I was like, this has to be it. And man, they just got clapped by BDS. Destroyed. Yeah, it was a really sad ending. It wasn't even close. Like, even if it was a little close, it would have been sad, but it would have at least been like, you know, they put up a fight. It was really a battle of the Titans, but BDS made them look silly, bro. Made them look silly. It was not good. It was so bad. But whatever. Everyone really thought it was JNEP's last season. I think if JNEP's won, I think it was for sure JNEP's last season. Yeah, BDS were just playing so well. They were just on another level. We're playing really freaking good. Yeah, that whole crowd was completely like quiet when BDS would score in the grand finals. Like they were smacking G2. It was so quiet. Okay. Yeah, it was bad. Dude, the drama about the crowd is kind of ridiculous at my point. I'm like, bro, it's home turf. These people, we were there for 10 hours. I stayed to watch them lift the trophy, and then I left, but I had a 10-hour drive that night back home. Like, I even stayed around. I stuck around to see them get it because I kind of wanted to see them lift it, and it was kind of cool. But, like, people getting mad at people leaving early. I was like, really, dog? Like, it was a long-ass day, man. It's a long day. Yeah, man, and like, you're on home turf, and people were like mad that they weren't cheering for like, they weren't like clapping for BDS when they would score. I'm like, dog, they're beating the Cinderella story. They're like beating the script. Like, they beat Furia, and everyone was like really hyped for Furia. Like, no one's cheering for like the villain, quote unquote, who's like destroying all the storylines, you know? I still clapped because I thought like a lot of the goals were impressive, but like I don't know why people were like upset that people weren't like cheering or clapping. I was like, come on, dogs. Have you all never been to a sporting event? It's not how it works. Oh, you went to London? I guess that makes sense. Your brother's there, and you live you live like right there, so I guess that makes sense. We are making use here. Dude, but Falcons and Moist, like those have huge fan bases. Everyone was liked both those teams, so it makes sense. Like everyone was cheering for Moist and the Furia game, the Moist Furia game. Like everyone was so loud. Like they've built up fan bases that like people really are passionate about. BDS are just like, I don't know, man. Super good, but like they're not as hyped to watch or anything like that. So, yeah, exactly. But yeah, exactly. Like people are cheering for like both teams when like they like both teams. Not flashy, but they sure are dominant. They just mopped the floor. Yeah, the roster changes are about to be insane. I don't know what's going to happen. I do not know what's coming of them. We already know one, that's for sure. That's not quite what I'm looking for. It's not what I want. I don't know, man. There might be. I don't know. EU's such a dominant region. I honestly don't see that happening just because, like, since EU just took the dub, like, you want to be in the region that has the quote-unquote best team or best teams because, I mean, that's how you get better and that's how you get better reps in. I don't think necessarily EU's a better region. I mean, I don't know, man. NA and EU are very, very even. I think EU has more depth. I think NA has like the better top teams. Like even though EU just won, I think overall their top teams are better than EU, all of EU's. But I think EU has deeper. Like Guild, for example, going to grand finals at Gamers 8. I think that's an example of EU having a lot of depth and stuff, and they're all like crazy at once. So like all the players can like just pop off randomly. I think that helps. Just my thought. Well, you know, the format really benefited them because they had CRR, and CRR is insane at ones, and then Dorito and CRR are like one of the best twos combos. So the format really favored them, I think. You know, they just had to clutch just a few threes, and then you know they were good, honestly. Thanks, Shindy, for stopping by, man. Glad you checked in, man. Thank you. I'll catch you on the flip, dude. I'm going to go back through and fix this tree a bit. I think it needs a little bit of a redo here. Yeah, just touching it up here. I think I got a little too lost in the sauce with these trees. I need to simplify them a little bit more. I'm gonna just clean up these edges here. All right. Do a little bit of cleaning these edges here. Cool. I think we're almost about like done with this. I mean, I don't really have the time to like really go into depth with the background or things like that, but that's okay. We were just speed painting. We're seeing how far we could get. That's what we got. And I think that's okay. I think we've done okay here. We're just about there. to go soon though. Got places to be, things to see. Sprite, no, I'm not. Thanks for catching that. I'm gonna remove that. Yeah, nah, I'll get rid of that. We're just about, I think this is like almost okay. Almost okay. It's like, do I even have time to do the things I want to do? No, I don't, but that's okay. All right, and done. All right. I was there in a panic to get some extra details in. But overall, it's not too bad. This is interesting. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I don't know my best, but I think it's all right. I think it turned out all right, not too bad. And yeah, I think we're good with this. Thanks to everyone who stuck around, who's watching currently. I hope you enjoyed. And if you missed it, I mean, you can always watch back, kind of see the progress, how it all came about. Yeah, thanks for keeping me company. It was fun, but I gotta go somewhere, so I gotta jump off. But thanks everyone for stopping by, and I really appreciate y'all. And I'll be probably posting this either tonight or in the morning. We'll see. Thanks guys. Peace.